Welcome back everyone. Well, I'm in Pembrokeshire and I'm on the course, as you can see. It's about 5:20 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, and I have come to shoot that arch. I came here the other night with my loving wife and it was absolutely magnificent. I'll put some images up here so you can have a look at it, but today we've come for a sunrise. Now, a couple of shots in mind. Long exposure obviously, speaks for itself. If the cloud breaks up there and the sun comes over, I'm hoping that I can get some really dramatic shots of the sea, maybe on a 1.5 second exposure or second exposure, something to make movement in the water. But absolutely magnificent. Now, I've looked on Google Images with this and that's how I found it, and there's not that many pictures of it, if I'm being honest, which has surprised me. We got talking to a local the other night when we were down here, a lovely lass, and she's just telling us that there's some pictures of this, but generally it's not that well known. And for an archway, I don't know if you can see it, as good as that, not to be photographed at sunrise, I think I would be doing a disservice to this channel if I didn't do that. So without further ado, I'm going to get this bag off, get it set up, and I'll flick you back on when I've got the shot lined up. Well, I mean, the composition here, it just talks, it speaks for itself, it takes itself, it does everything for itself. But I thought what I'd quickly do, because I know there's quite a lot of people that watch this channel that they want to sort of take something from it, as well as me just rambling on for 20 minutes. So I thought what I'll do is I'll quickly just blast through how I do my long exposure seascape photography. Now, I'm pretty sure that everybody does it the same, so I'm not claiming that this is my way and it's all magical. It's not, and it's dead easy. So effectively, once you've got your composition lined up, I start in aperture priority just to get my base shutter speed. So once I've focused it, I'll flick it into manual focus because I don't want it hunting when I put the filters on, and it's going to give me a base shutter speed, and at the moment it's like 1/5 of a second it's saying. So what I'd do then is I'd use my Lee app on my phone to tell me if I use a 6-stop filter, how long I've got to open the shutter for, 10-stop filter, etc, 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 and it does all the conversion for you. So 1/5 of a second is going to roughly be probably about 30-40 seconds with a 6-stop ND filter. Now, you've got to bear in mind that this is sunrise, so it's getting lighter every minute, so it might be worth taking a test shot, and then if it's overexposed, check your histogram. It needs to be exposed to the right but not clipping. If it's overexposed, bring it back a bit, because I find this Lee system, this Lee app, it's good, but sometimes it needs a little bit of manipulation. So anyway, so I've got that set up now. I'm moving this into manual mode because I need to be able to use my timer. So you've got to select bulb mode on your timer. Don't forget to shut your eyepiece or cover it, because you don't want light getting into that. And if you want to see how not to do it, there's a video there's a video about 6 videos ago where I just completely forgot. So cover the eyepiece, and then the next thing is obviously to put the filters on. Now I'm using a 6-stop ND and also 0.9 soft grad, which, because it's quite moist down here today, it keeps steaming up, so it's worth just constantly making sure that that filter isn't completely covered in dew, and just push it in. I've already sort of had a look at this as to where it would need to be to get the sky so that it's covering a bit of that. Because effectively what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to balance in camera the sky against the foreground, which some people don't, they'll just do it straight in Lightroom, but I found with this sort of stuff, if you can get it right in camera, it makes it easier when you get into Lightroom to do your edits. If you don't, sometimes you'll end up with a blown out sky that you can't recover. So anyway, put the filters on, and then it's literally just a case of press the button and let it go for 35 seconds, and that's it. I just hope this light's going to play ball. That cloud on there is not looking too promising. Some nice colours in the sky though, but we'll see. Anyway, if this image is any good, I'll stick it up now, but I think I'll have to wait a little bit longer till that sun just pops up. I'll see you in a few minutes. So I've took a couple of long exposure to this now. I'm going to have to be quick because that sun is coming up and it looks absolutely magnificent. When that comes up here, it's going to be good this, I can feel it. It's going to be good. Anyway, what I was going to say was that I also want to take some shots here that are like 1.5, 2 seconds, just to try and get movement in the water but not completely make it like a milk pond. So I thought I'd just quickly talk through how you can do that, because obviously when you put it on, you've got your aperture set and all the rest of it, you think, oh, it's only giving me half a second. Well, you can play with your aperture. So if you play with your aperture, that'll basically, if you go like with a smaller aperture, so f16, that's going to increase your shutter speed. And that's what I've done here. So I'm still in manual mode because I want to control my light really with this and my shutter speed, as well as my ISO, which is locked at 64, which I should have mentioned before really. So ISO is locked at 64. So what I'm playing with now is aperture and shutter speed. Now depth of field here, oh, that's quite nice. Better just quickly take that. That's going to basically allow me to get 2.5 seconds at f16. Now because it's so bright, the problem I've got now is that I'm blowing the sky out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bracket the shot. And it's a 3, oh, it's absolutely amazing that. Wow, that is absolutely amazing. The problem I've got with this shot is that because I'm on a cliff edge, I'm trying to get rid of this sort of curvature here. Oh, that's absolutely gorgeous. Wow. I wonder if I could just move that composition a little bit over just to get a bit more of it in. Yes. Oh, that's stunning. That is stunning. Please work. Not straight. Because I'm playing with such fine sort of margins here with this cliff face, I've got to make sure that I've got everything in shot. I don't know if you can see that light on me now. That is just, that's what we get up for. That is, wow, that is absolutely awesome. That is awesome. Right, okay. And then what I'm going to do, because I've got some flares on here now, so I'm going to cover that up with my hand, because I'll get rid of that in Photoshop. I'm bracketing this shot. I'm sorry, this I've rambled off piste here with this, but I've got to take these while we go because that's just absolutely amazing. Oh yeah. Quick check of the histogram. Oh, it's clipping there. That's all right though. We can live with that. We can live with that. That's incredible. That's exactly the shot that I thought I was coming for. Yes. Look at that. Let's get the ND filter on here now and give that a taste. We'll go 6 stop with a quick wipe. Now, basically what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to do 6 stop ND, and then I'll blend the normal sky in with the smoothed out water. I wish I could get it a bit lower, but I can't do it. Right, so make sure it's focused. Flick it into manual focus. Now I don't want to bracket this, so knock the bracket off. We're in manual. Let's get that into bulb. Slot that in there. This is absolutely unbelievable. Look at that. F16 timer. Quick check. Eyepiece is closed. F16, ISO 64, manual mode, manual focus, boom, give that some. That's stunning. That is stunning. For me, this is why I get up and do this sort of stuff, because it's just absolutely magnificent. And with this, it is quite a bit of trial and error. You know, you can't expect to just get it bang on first time. I know you see a lot of videos where it looks like they just turn up and it's like boom, 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 boom. You know, look at what I've done. But very rarely is it. I find it very rarely is it like that. So now that sun's up, what I'm going to do is I've got some long exposure shots of this. I'm now going to try and get some 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds. What you've got to bear in mind with this is that because of the distance from me to that water, I need to sort of lengthen the amount of shutter speed time more than if it was fast flowing close to me where half a second would show movement. Because I'm further away from it, I need to make it longer. So maybe 3 seconds, something like that. Let's have a look at that. Oh, it's bang on. Well, that's it. What an absolutely magnificent morning. It's certainly a beautiful place, is Pembrokeshire. Absolutely beautiful. I hope the images have come out and that you've enjoyed them. Met another photographer while I was down here. She was taking some photographs and we both suffered with sun flare today. I think at the time of the year, I think if you got it so that the sun was coming up somewhere over here, I think it'd be much better, because I think you'd be able then to not shoot straight into the sun. You'd get the light casting on the cliff sides. But beggars can't be choosers, as they say. Beggars can't be choosers. But absolutely beautiful morning. I've played with the shutter speed a bit in manual mode so that I can try and get the sunburst effect perfectly on the sky. So there is going to be a little bit of jiggery pokery in Photoshop with some of these. I'll be honest with you, but not Luminar 4. Not Luminar 4. There will be no sky replacements on these photographs. Can't take the risk with that after I did that video and how easy it is to do it, but still. I've rambled enough. It's time for breakfast, so I'll see you on the next one. And as always, if you like the content, please don't hesitate to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, share, do whatever you feel is necessary. Comment if I've done something wrong, let me know. But until the next time, I'll see you around. Wow, superb.